Alright, let's try this again. Are you ready for the greatest game of all time? It really is too bad that when you're streaming on a PS5, you can't just manipulate the camera in real time. Let's see, how does this sound? Actually, I think that sounds pretty not bad already. I don't know what spelled headphones are. But I think that sounds fine. I think maybe I should push my tripod away a little bit. I think that's already pretty good. I don't think I have to mess with the sound, which is nice. Having to mess with the sound too much. So, all right. So Biggs and Wedge are the Empire's goons, typical empirical soldiers or stormtroopers, if you will. Kind of ironic that they get the name Biggs and Wedge from uh, rebellion characters in Star Wars when they're the exact opposite in this game. But Square loves Star Wars references. So the stormtroopers are Biggs and Wedge. So I bought this game with my own money in 1995. Came out in 1994. I asked my mom for Final Fantasy III for the Christmas of 1994. Christmas Eve, I noticed a package. Looked suspiciously like a Super Nintendo game. Oh, fuck yeah. Mom got me Final Fantasy III. I was so psyched. By the way, back then it was called Final Fantasy III. Here in America. So I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I know I'm getting Final Fantasy III. I'm like, fuck yeah. Final Fantasy fucking 3. I get up at like 6 in the morning. My mom's like, fine, you can open presents. I'm like, eyeballing that Super Nintendo case. I'm like, I'm gonna act coy. Like, I'm gonna open some things before the Super Nintendo game. That is correct, Fallen Angel. Um, so yeah, Christmas morning, 1994. I'm like, all right, finally gonna dig into that Super Nintendo case. I open it up, and it's Donkey Kong Country. My mom dropped the ball. I mean, Donkey Kong Country is fucking fantastic. I love Donkey Kong Country. And it was so nice of my mom to get me Donkey Kong Country because she doesn't like video games. She didn't want me playing video games back then. So it's like I didn't want to be a shitty kid and be like, "Oh, fuck this. I don't want Donkey Kong." So I'm all like, "Thank you, mom." Yeah, so I loved Donkey Kong anyway. But in 1995, summer of 1995, I had to buy Final Fantasy III with my own money. And dude, it was $79.99 plus tax back then. Like these goddamn kids nowadays, they complain, "Oh, games are $79.99 nowadays. I'm gonna stop buying video games." Shut up. Shut up. Back in 1995, I bought Final Fantasy III with my own goddamn money, okay? So I don't want to hear it. Uh, anyway, so that's my story about my mom buying me the wrong game in 1994. But anyway, let's play Richie Rich. Yeah, this is the Pixel Remaster. Um, Not the best version of the game, but I already have a playthrough of the Super Nintendo version saved on my YouTube channel. So I decided you like GBA more. I mean, maybe the mod, but like the sound and the visuals, like I don't think the GBA version is as good as the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the bonus dungeons are all that appealing. As I get older, I like a more concise experience, you know? The dungeons were obviously an afterthought. Um, by the way, I want to put it on active mode. You gotta play active mode. Battle speed normal is fine. Actually, battle speed fast. Battle message normal. Um, so, this is actually going to be a natural magic run. So, I'm going to go to boosts and put my magic AP to 0. You might say, Dean, why would you do such a thing? Well, it's actually, if you've beaten Final Fantasy VI a bazillion times, it's really fun to do a natural magic run because you really utilize each character's special abilities. Where if you don't do a natural magic run, you might rely on everyone having ultimate. And that gets a little boring. I don't like when people say that science sucks, you know? I like sword tech. And then there's a point in a regular magic run where it's like Edgar and Sabin start to suck compared to everybody else. I don't want to live in a universe where I think Edgar or Sabin sucks, okay? And then Shadow, like, you know, Shadow sucks in a normal magic run, but not in a natural magic run. You want those what Magi Shurikens or whatever, or a lifesaver in a natural magic run. Anyway, uh, I, I've been wanting to stream a Natural Magic run for a while, so I'm pretty psyched. I've been playing Final Fantasy IV After Years. I'm stuck at the end. That game is game's brutal. I really want to play an RPG that's just fun. I do plan on beating Final Fantasy After Years on Monday. But yeah, I've decided to grind on my own time, so should be beating Final Fantasy IV After Years officially on Monday. But until then, I'm probably going to play 2.5, 3 hours of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, baby. Ymir. What a silly name. His name is obviously Welk. I don't know why Welk is better than Ymir, but he's a thunder-sucking snail. This battle is very much like the Mist Dragon in Final Fantasy IV, where you better not hit him at the wrong time, or else. You know, knowing everything that I know about Final Fantasy VI, I feel like the beginning of this game is kind of weird, where it's like first time. I'm gonna get hit with thunder here. Anyway, like a first-time player might think that you're going to see Magitech armor throughout the entire game, but really, there are only 2 other times in the game where you get to utilize Magitech armor. And you never get to utilize all of the Magitech armor moves like Terra has here. Like that Magitech missile is fucking OP. Never get to use it ever again. So, I hope you enjoyed using the Magitech missile, because you're never going to get to see it again. Bummer, man. In the original game, Esper was called Tritalk, or Tritoke. Not in this game. I think the translation changes and different versions, like, they only bother me because, like, when I'm trying to help somebody, like, get through a Final Fantasy game, I'll refer to things as the old name. Be like, yeah, so you you gotta go beat up Tritalk before you can go get Yumaro. And they're like, what the fuck is Tritalk? I don't know. In Pixel Remaster, it's blah, blah. Starts with a V. I don't know. It's the frozen bird, man. I think it's funny that the crown is just like hovering. It made sense in the Super Nintendo, but it's like with the remaster, you think they could have just animated like him holding his hand out. Also, why do they gotta call him the old man? Doesn't have gray hair. It's like calling me old man. Shut up, old man. Oh shit, here comes ice. Gotta grab those elixirs from the clocks. I don't know why people be stuffing elixirs in clocks, but there are a lot of elixirs and a lot of clocks in this game. You know what I think is funny about like modernized retro games is instead of like, you know, obviously this game used to be 4x3. It's like instead of making character models bigger, they just kind of like back the camera away. And I don't know if I like that. I came around to really enjoy Metroid Dread, but they did that in Metroid Dread too, where it was like feel like Samus is just fucking teeny tiny just to get that 16:9 aspect ratio. Gonna avoid getting the treasure boxes for now because there will be better stuff in there. Granted, the music is like an arrangement of the original uh, soundtrack, but Jesus Christ, does the music in this game do it for me? You can't actually switch in the options to hear the original soundtrack. But we're gonna plow through the entire game with the arrangement. Weird to see Leo and Kefka getting along back there. If I have any complaint about this game, it's a nearly perfect game, by the way. It's a bummer that you don't actually get Leo in your party. It's like one moment in the game where you get to utilize him. Throughout the years, I, I pretty much only do lowish level runs of this game. But before I did that, Locke was my favorite character. Low level run, he kind of fucking sucks. So. That being said, I I still have quite the affinity for Locke. This is made out of wood. This is Locke with the Apple weapon. Pretty badass. I paid like 125 bucks for my friend to make that for me. gameplay-wise, Locke might not be the best, but I still love Locke's personality. Wonderful. There's a shit ton of them. Moople's saving the day over here. Oh, right. Oh. Oh. Malulu has such a little MP or HP. MP. Got Mog's first. Damn. A whole lot here with. Anyway, yeah, got Mog's first dance there. Oof. Are we even going to survive this fight? Sure are. Alright. Let's go. Come on, Mog, don't stumble. How you missing again? What the fuck? Hey, that works. Good old auto death. Boo, 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 boo. Mine's trapped in fog. I know that feeling. Obviously, I know this game like the back of my ass. But it's good to come in here for some items. Gear up. Out of the way, bookworm. All right. So, heading to Figaro Castle. Or Figaro. I always said Figaro. Anyway, cheers. Boo, 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 boo. Hell yeah, it's me. He's choking on my own spit over here. Well, streaming my favorite game of all time, and it seems as though no one's watching. Figures. As a kid, I always thought Edgar was so smooth. Really, he just kind of comes off as a douchebag now. I went to the wrong tower. What do you mean? Well, our dad's dying, bro. All right. So that little cutscene triggered the next event. Damn it. Stop going back down the stairs, Tara. Ooh. What are you, Donald Duck? If there was to be a Final Fantasy VI movie, Mark Hamill would have to be Kefka. If she was a girl of no importance, why the fuck would you be here, douchebag? Again, if it was minor value. It's funny because I think there's maybe 3 or 4 ladies in the entire castle. Not all tea and crumpets. Reminds me of a very good meme. Life's not all burritos and strippers, my friend. Hilarious how offended Locke the Thief is by being called a thief. They keep calling Arvis an old man. It's not that old. Come on. Yo, what up, Derek? How you doing on this fine evening? Hell yeah, beautiful music. Some of the greatest music of all time here in Final Fantasy VI. Not one, not two, three, four, or five, but six. The best one, obviously. Although back in my day, we called it Final Fantasy III. But Squaresoft decided to not give us Final Fantasy 2, 3, or 5. Check it out, Beavis and Butthead reference. Fire, fire. Chocobos right in the nick of time. Yahoo! I like how Kefka thinks that Edgar is just a shithead for bailing on his people. But in reality, Figaro dive mode engage. Kefka was complaining about sand on his boots. Sand up his ass now. Look at Edgar's eyes. Ooh. It's funny because I was having Terra magic the entire time with Locke, and Locke just didn't notice, I guess. Magic? So yeah, It was understood that no one knew magic anymore. But Terra does. Such an unnecessary little thing there. Like she winks at him, like oh, very anime esque. In the original translation on the Super Nintendo, he said "son of a submariner," uh, which is pretty fucking stupid. Good old Ted Woosley. Ted Woosley was the original translator of old school Final Fantasy games. Alright, to South Figaro Cave. Boo, 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 boo. I'm going to save the treasure boxes for later. Certain treasure boxes in this game kind of like upgrade themselves. I don't really understand the logic behind it because really only treasure boxes in the first few areas do this. If you know, you know. If you don't, I mean, you're in good company. I like how I got in the door before Shadow did, but he's already hanging out at the bar. Hermes sandals are some of the best relics in the game, and you get them right at the beginning of the game. I mean, it's just gives you auto haste, which I don't know if it doubles your speed, but regardless, it makes your turn show up a lot quicker every time. So you get at least like 2 turns compared to everyone else. And Edgar at the beginning of the game, shooting his auto crossbow over and over again, quick as fuck. You want that shit. Guess I should probably buy some equipment. Shouldn't have bought that buckler. Oh well. When I get Sabin in the party, I'll want the buckler, so it's fine. as I sell one of my bucklers. Yep, definitely didn't need to buy a buckler. Alright, let's go. I swear I have the worst turnout of viewers for my favorite games. Why is it? This happens when I play Metroid games too. I'm all psyched about it. Like, yeah, come watch this. People are like, nope. Hopefully once I slap this on my YouTube channel, I'll get some views. Although it would be nice if people were hanging out with me right now. Sweet, still a bandana. Oh yeah, I should have bought Noise Blaster and a Bio Blaster. Whoops. Come on, take this bandana already. At least Locke has better scaling abilities, say, like Edge from Final Fantasy IV. Still, it would be nice if he would grab his fucking bandana. No, I already got one. I would like one more. on. Let's go. Oh my God, come on. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. Nice. Actually, yeah. Really, I got one for saving, but I guess bandanas are good for Terra as well. So now Edgar is totally overpowered already. So I have the Hermes sandals on him, which increases his speed, and the Gygas glove, which ups his damage. So he's going quicker and hitting harder. Boo, 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 boo. Who's this shadowy figure? Hey, still a high potion. Blue, 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 blue. All right. We're at the peak of the mountain. Gotta go down from here. Oh, a regular potion. I want no stinking regular potion. I want the high potion. I'm questioning myself why I put Lock in front row. Because I'm just stealing, like, every turn. I'll keep him up there because I want him up front for the boss fight anyway. I'm almost there. Right. Go. Ah. Dang trilliums. Poison us. Do it. Last day of our lives. It's pretty dramatic, dude. What's your name? I Poo. Dude. Alright, so it's almost fucking possible to steal the, the mithril claws. They're not the most amazing claws in the game or anything. You'll get them just normally as you progress, but you get them here, it's pretty fucking awesome. And it's pretty hilarious. But I'm like, oh, it's almost impossible, right as I stole them. Lizard Fist. Look more blustery than blizzardy, but alright. So silly. You're supposed to take him down with the pummel. You have to wait for it to tell you to do the pummel. Shit, I could suplex him. For shits and giggles. Alright. Raging Fist. I got it. I know how to do it. I already did it once. Shut up. Let's go. Come on. And holding game. They didn't hold your hand like this in the original, for the record. Arrgh! Fuck yeah, I learned that technique back in 1995, bitch. You thought I was a bear? No more playing lapdog to the Empire. Alright, got Saban. And I got him some mithril fucking claws. It's usually not that easy to get the mithril claws, by the way. Morale. Check it out, I got a kitty cat. But y'all wish you had this kitty cat. That's kitty cat. Motherfucking kitty. What up, Tree Mosher? Good to have you back. I was feeling a little lonely. Everybody left. Walking the dog. Walking the dog. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see, now that I think about it, Locke is about to bail, so I better unequip him. Hope that's not a spoiler that Locke is about to bail. Whoa, bro. You been doing drugs and have pigeons been talking to you again? Just kidding. Kitty cat. Yeah. Yeah, look at the camera. Look at that cat. Oh my god. So cute. Yeah. Oh, look at her. So cute. Cutest cat. Around. What do you mean, no kitty? Yes, kitty. Luckily, I don't usually eat pot pies. Although Lucia does definitely try to steal my food. Just earlier, I was like trying to eat my breakfasty food. And she's like all trying to get up in it. So, like, I'll take the plate and act like I'm putting it on the floor, and then she'll jump on the floor, and then I'll put it back on my table. Oh, Ralph. No, sweetie kitty. Oh, Ralph. Hit the button too quick. What did he say at the end? But don't tell him I said that. I'll turn red as a tomato. All right. Making my brother blush. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. All right, so if you say yes, you'll get the gauntlet, which makes it where you can't hold a shield, but you do double damage with your weapon. But if you act coy and come back and say yes later, he'll give you the Genji glove, which lets you hold two weapons at once and not a shield. So unless you're like over leveled, it's almost the same fucking relic. um, so he holds his sword like a samurai, right on. Are the gauntlets more rare? Because I feel, I mean, I guess you can like steal the Genji gloves. But good fucking luck stealing the Genji gloves. All right. I've heard that before, where it's like infinite Genji gloves. Yeah, if you got a million years, sure. I don't know. Well, yeah. The dragon on the floating continent can steal the Genji glove from, but like I said, good fucking luck with that. for roleplay. All right. Remaster for you. I'm taking the gauntlet. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Well, like I said, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. So did I, but now that I'm older and wiser, I realize it's like, what's that saying? Where it's like, I forget what the saying is. Yeah, right? We need a Final Fantasy VI after years so we can get fucked over by a fucking 30 boss rush. Oh, Creator is going down on Monday, by the way. I've been grinding on my own time. I've been grinding. Monday night, I'm finally going to beat Final Fantasy after years. And if I can't beat Creator with the grinding I've done, well, fuck that game. I mean, I've already said fuck that game a lot, but fuck that game even harder. Well, I don't know if grinding is fun so much, but it's like I can like watch a movie or like do a shot every time someone levels. Actually, you know what I've been watching? I got the entire fucking collection of the Twilight Zone. Check it out. That is a big ass box. I'm watching the Twilight Zone while grinding on Final Fantasy after years. It is ridiculous how a show from the 50s still stands the test of time here in 2026. Like a fucking 75-year-old show, and it's fucking brilliant still. Right. Second War of the Magi. You know, Final Fantasy IV After Years, that's a cool concept, but what we really need is the Final Fantasy VI prequel, Final Fantasy VI War of the Magi years. I want to be Gestalt. Fuck that guy. What an unlikable ass. And I like some asses. It's not that one. Kefka before he went crazy. I mean, maybe he was always crazy. He just wasn't very, like, what's the word I want to use? People didn't take him seriously before he got powerful. Maybe he was just like a douchey jester back in the day. Let's have a chat with an Esper, shall we? With an Esper? What? Or that. I don't know. For me, I see Kefka as just like some Nepo baby who got all jacked up with Magicite. Which makes it so much easier for me to hate Kefka. But a villain that is really hateable is a really good villain. Wait, Kefka could be played by both The Rock and Kevin Hart? How does that work? Is he like two assholes in a trench coat? Just change him out random. Ruh-roh, Raggy, what's going on here? Oh shit. Gaston played by David Spade. You know, back in the day, I didn't realize that I disliked David Spade. Only, only until Chris Farley died, I realized I can't stand that guy. It was like it was all shits and giggles when they were working off each other, and then I'm just like, wow, Spade is just kind of a douchebag. I like Rob Schneider. I wanted to get a couple of guys that were really hateable together in one movie. It would be like David Spade and Rob Schneider. You like David Spade more than Adam Sandler. I mean, I don't like Adam Sandler as much as I did when I was a kid. I loved Adam Sandler when I was a teenager. Like his fucking CDs that he came out with, I thought they were brilliant. At least the first couple was. Like, what was it? The shit. What were they called? Like I don't remember what his CDs were called, but they were great. Yeah, I mean Adam Sandler. Now I look at him differently. But like I loved him in Saturday Night Live. I loved those first couple CDs. The one CD was called "What the Hell Happened to Me," and the other one was "They're All Gonna Laugh at You." He only had one character he could play. Yeah, I mean that worked initially because you're like, okay, this is funny, and then he kept doing that character, and it's like. I did like that the Wedding Singer. Little Nicky, I liked it when I was a kid, but now I look back on it and I'm like, what a pile of shit. I liked Billy Madison. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer. I don't need any more Adam Sandler in my life. fair enough. I mean, I love Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald was in Billy Madison. Not that Norm Macdonald had a huge role or anything, but he did have a crush on Sonya Blade. Veronica Vaughn. So hot. Oh yeah, John Lovitz. Gotta love John Lovitz. It is funny how Hollywood has like a theme where like the most average dudes get with the hottest girls, you know? It's like Adam Sandler got with Veronica Vaughn or Sonya Blade, I forget her actual real name. And John Lovitz got with what was her name? She was in Wayne's World 2. Wayne's World 2. Was it Wayne's World 2? Was it both of them? I don't remember. As they say, appeals to the male fantasy or whatever. Tia Carrere. Yeah, exactly. You had to look it up. All right, before I jump into the river like an idiot, I gotta go open some treasure boxes. She did great as a comedic love interest. Yeah, I mean, oh no? Maybe I should hit up Tia Carrere, you know? Hey, baby. You know, I got my own Twitch channel. I have a beard. Oh, that's terrible. She wouldn't. She wouldn't have anything to do with me. Come on. I'm slightly charming at best. Slightly. Hey, I'd litter. I digitally litter with her. I need to go back to that YouTube video and try to get a hold of that person that said I was a digital litterer. Like, dude, that was brilliant. Where did you come up with that? Fred a Drunken Gamer just digitally littering over here. Be right back. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm going to be right back too. Because I gotta pee and I need another beer. Right. We go down the Leap River. Fireball. Oh, fuck. Really? Well, shit. I mean, I knew that you lose automatically if Bannon dies, but I didn't expect Bannon to die so quick. Oh, left. Gotta go left. So there are a lot of people that will actually get themselves into a rhythm here on Elite River, and they'll put themselves in auto battles and level up like crazy. I have never done this, but actually I did something similar on Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy II back in the day. Level 99. Well, it's stupid to do that in Final Fantasy VI because you don't get your Esper bonuses, man. But in Final Fantasy IV, the Tower of Zot and the Tower of Babel, you would... Or, no, not the Tower of Babel. No, Tower of Babel. I was right. You would run into an enemy that would summon a doll, and you could take the doll out and get into like a rhythm where the summoner would summon the doll again, and then you would take out the doll. The summoner would summon the doll, and you could just... Well, personally, like, I did it a stupid way as a kid. I would just put my controller under a chair, and I'd just walk away and do something else, and I'd come back in like 15 minutes, and you'd get a ton of fucking experience. And, like, very often, I would, like, get Cecil up to, like, level 65 or something ridiculous at the Tower of Zod. Where it's like, you really shouldn't be more than level 30 after leaving the Tower of Zod. And when you would get Rydia, she would already have Meteor. Meteor. In the later installments, but they couldn't use enough letters in the Super Nintendo version, so it was called Meteor. But yeah, apparently people will get themselves to crazy levels here on the Elite River. But obviously, we don't have Espers yet, so we don't get the Esper bonuses at level up, and why would you want to do that? Although, I am doing a natural magic run right now, so I'm not actually going to be utilizing Espers at all. So theoretically, I could get my characters to crazy levels here on Elite River. But I'm not going to do that. Feels like cheating. Oh, ugh. Damn, it's already 12:30. How is that possible? Ruh-roh, Raggy. Love how half the dialogue is covered by my stupid face. I wish there was a way to make the dialogue appear above the camera. You don't need to look at my stupid face all the time. Damn, chill out, Ultras. He's chill. Glub glub. So Ultros is pretty easy. Unless you're doing a low-level run. Ultros is actually the first real challenge of a low-level run. I'm gonna smash it with a blitz. Out of my way, Edgar. Wow. You're on your own now, Saban. Hey, hey, Saban. So this part was always like, whoa, the fucking party split away from each other and play different scenarios. This is amazing. In 2026, probably not nearly as amazing, but it's still pretty cool. And I think should actually be a standard in RPGs where I hate when there's like a shit ton of playable characters, but you have to like decide who you're going to put in your party. Like, why not split the parties up and like have it have to do with the story? And everyone gets a piece of the pie, you know? It's a bummer when some of the playable characters don't get a piece of the pie. I just did fire on myself. What? All right then. Boo, 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 boo. So I don't want to go up through town. That would be bad. Gotta sneak into this little secret passage. Especially in these lower level areas. Auto crossbow is so badass. And then when Edgar has the Hermes sandals and Gyga's glove, it's just like Good luck, enemies. Good fucking luck. You're gonna need it. Alright, so naturally you would think that you're supposed to do this little mini game thing, right? Well, you're in the know. You don't want to do that at all. You want to fight the dark side. If you don't fight the dark side, then when Gao shows up on the belt, he won't be able to use dark side. Dark side lets you do Ice 2 early. This is the only place that you fight dark side. If you want Ice 2, or Blizzara, I guess it's called. Back in my day, it was called Ice 2. You know, I know Moogles are just like, cute little animals, but it seems like Moogle's den is pretty lackluster. It's just a bunch of hay. Gonna lay down on some hay. I just may. I'm gonna grab these items now. Oh yeah, what horror movie are you gonna watch? I have seen Barbarian, yeah. But dude from Whitest Kids You Know has been making horror movies and is actually really good at it. I liked it. I mean, it's pretty fucking off-putting, but in a good horror movie sort of way. Alright, gotta remove all my equipment. Oh, I wish I could remove his Magus hat. Oh, it'd be so badass. Utilize that Magus hat for somebody else. Oh well. Dude, Bone Tomahawk was badass. I love that movie. I'm glad you showed that to me. Kurt Russell in general is just fucking. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that I'm like, this sucks, and Kurt Russell happened to be in it. Oh, have you ever seen The Thing? The Thing is badass. No one trusts anyone. We're all tired. Yeah. Well, it's actually a remake of, I believe, a 50s movie, but really the 80s thing is the money movie. The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. That movie is fucking great too. Also a money movie, if you will. Whoa, they swore in a fucking Final Fantasy game. Damn it. So I think Locke doesn't say damn it in the original translation. I think the first time you ever see someone in Final Fantasy swear, Final Fantasy VII, Barrett says shit. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Shit indeed. I'm probably going to call it an evening after I finish up this scenario. Hey, I'm a treasure hunter, not a thief, except for the fact that I'm going to steal your clothes. Oh, Locke, you cheeky bastard. Alright, now Locke has some merchant clothing on, so he can get by this little kid, as if Locke couldn't have just smacked that little kid out of the way. Like, get the fuck out of the way, you little bastard. I don't know who your parents are, but they shouldn't have let you be out here right now. I did. I did come to steal your cider, bro. I obtained the cider. Alright, gotta give the cider to this old man here. I forget. So, Rosebud. Y'all remember the code Rosebud? It's actually Courage. Courage is the correct password in this game. Alright, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna beat up the soldier right now. Or not beat him up, but steal his... I'm gonna steal his shit. Because I know we all want to see a Star Wars reference. You know how much Final Fantasy developers love Star Wars. Too large, but he didn't charge. That wasn't a Star Wars reference. It's coming up. Do you remember when Luke saves Princess Leia? And Luke is wearing a stormtrooper outfit. I can stand guard for days without sleep. And you though? Hey pal, how's it going? "30 seconds later, he's already asleep. There we go. Star Wars reference. So apparently luck is a, as the kiddies say, short king. So yeah, apparently Celeste spoke up and said, "Hey, what the Empire's doing is fucked up," and they locked her up down here and beat the shit out of her. Stealing is wrong, as if that was ever a thought in Locke's mind before. Shreepy McShreeperson. It's treasure hunting in other people's pockets. Nice. Right. Wind the clock, and it opens a door. Oh, I didn't mean to do room. Vector hounds can't do magic, so runic is worthless. Ooh, Locke is getting beat up over here. Sword is pretty great, but not great enough. Yeah, I don't want to fight the Vector Hounds from the back attack. I keep doing runic by accident. Big old dummy. He's a big old dummy. Ooh, iron armor. I like side attacks. They're much better than pincer attacks. It's kind of like this, only we're in the middle. Much better when they're in the pincer attack. Kind of weird to see enemies run this early in the game. Oh. Oh. Alright, so, I have a choice between grabbing a Thunder Rod now, or waiting until the World of Ruin to get a hero. I could take a hero ring right now, that would be the shit. But by then, hero ring isn't as important. But I could just fucking annihilate this boss coming up with the Thunder Rod. You could do that. Oh, well, you can't do that then. Nah, I'm up for the challenge actually right now. Normally, you want to grab the Thunder Rod if you're doing a low-level run, where it's not exactly like I'm level grinding. But normally, Locke and Celeste would be at like level 5 and 6 if I was doing a low level run. So I don't need the Thunder Rod. So I think I'm going for the challenge here. I'm gonna beat up the tunnel armor. Beat up the tunnel armor without the Thunder Rod. Let's go! Man, for me being worried about it doing magic on me, it sure hasn't done any magic at all yet. Oof. That was unfortunate. Of course it's going to do magic the moment I need to heal Locke. Fuck this game, man. What? Make me waste all of my Phoenix Downs. I swear I have the worst luck in the world. Actually, I don't have bad luck. I have stupid luck. It's stupid. There we go. We're back in action. Oh shit, getting an elixir from a boss this early in the game. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Cheers. Mm. Mm. I know I said that I was going to quit for the evening after Block Scenario, but I want to keep going. I love this game. I love you, Final Fantasy VI. I love Shadow's twangy music. I did not say Shania Twain. I said I like Shadow's twangy music. Shania Twang, if you will. Exactly. Shadow's twang, not Shania Twain. You know, I always thought this was ridiculous, where this old man's like, has it been a year, 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. And like now that I'm getting older, it's like, holy shit, man. Time is flying by. It's been a year? 10 years? Since I got my clock fixed? I don't know. Lawnmower repairman, eh? Provide worse service. Grass is 50 feet high out back. Grass doesn't grow to 50 feet, old man, you crazy coot. Middle-aged Final Fantasy enjoyer. Hey, Masha, are you calling me a middle-aged Final Fantasy enjoyer? You're absolutely right. Are we the same age? I thought I had like a year on you. I feel like I at least have a few months on you. Maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 of them. 5. I know math. I know math, man. Man, this old man wants me to fix everything. All right, I'm out of here, dude. You just keep. Ouch. I'll toss you out on the veldt too. Aw, that's a reference to Gal. I think this old chocobo's missing a few feathers. Aw, poor Gal. Throwing poor Gao out onto the veldt by himself. I suppose the monster has taught Gao pretty well, though. Even if that old coot Couldn't take care of gal.
Here, kitty. Lucia.
Everybody stop everything. You gotta look at this cat. Oh my god. Look at that cat. Best cat in the world. Oh shit, I got a high potion from that fight. That is what I am talking about. Can I save it? Probably save it. Kitty, no, don't leave. And I'm thankful that we can still talk shit about our higher ups. Don't talk shit about Kafka. You could get locked up. Don't talk shit about Donald Trump, that clown. You could get locked up. Is the direction we're going. What a pleasant surprise! How are you today, sir? we're gonna listen to you, pompous little piece of shit. I talk shit about the translation of the modern Final Fantasies, well, the modern like remakes, but actually that's pretty good. General Leo got all the good qualities a man could have, and Kefka got stuck with the leftovers. All right, I'm gonna aim to get to the belt, and then I'm gonna call it an or maybe I'll get to the Phantom Train. Regardless, probably gonna call it an evening soon. Ready thine axe. Easy peasy. Your axe was not ready at all. A stupid cat. Sounds stupid. Lucia, you should be pissed. That soldier sucks. Didn't notice me at all. Hey, you gotta hate the Empire. But as a shitty fucking general of the Empire goes, that seems pretty decent, right? Don't be so eager to throw away your life. I mean, Emperor Gastal probably doesn't give a shit. I bet you're the only one in the Empire that gives a shit, Leo. And then there's Fuckface McGee. Why in the hell would anyone leave Kefka in charge? Is the poison ready? Fork over the poison. So here, when you first meet up with Kefka, he's not a fight at all. Smack him, he runs away. So if you don't get this barrier ring now, you can never get it ever again. It's a bummer that Satellite will berserk saving. Because now I can't do Aura Bolt, which just rocks the Satellite. It's okay. Shadow can just keep throwing shurikens. Damn! Bada bing, bada boom. And then we got the Green Beret. Green Beret is like the best helmet for a long time in the game. Give the Green Beret Shadow, because it actually brings. Don't impress me much. Shadow gets, well, anyone who equips the Green Beret will get a little more HP. Green Berets are awesome. Kefka, wait! Wait, he says, do I look like a waiter? You look like a douchebag, you douchebag. All right, and then douchebag McGee poisons the river. This is really the beginning of you really hating Kefka. Fuck that guy. Looks a little weird there, Cyan. Looks a little weird. I never really understood this. Everybody's dropping dead, right? Why doesn't it affect Cyan? Well, I guess it's not affecting Dude either, so maybe they're just like high up enough. Yeah, they need the Brondo, right? But you'd think if Cyan went down here, he'd get affected by the poison too, right? I don't know. It ain't the worst thing to drink. It ain't the worst. So, so really, like, Rasayan and the other Doma Sentry up there long enough where, like, the poison just kind of dissipated once they came down to lower floors. I don't understand this story arc completely. If they drink fear, they'd still be alive. So is that it? They were all like literally everyone in Doma. They were just chugging the water out of the river, and that's why they're dead. I don't know. I love this game so much, but I just don't understand. Oh, uh. Getting pretty tired. I think I am going to call it an evening very soon. The Blanny. They poisoned the water hole. Isn't that from Toy Story? Alright, so second of 3 times you get to utilize Magitech Armor in the entire game. And actually, now that I think about it, the third time is technically a dream sequence, so arguably you only get to physically use Magitech Armor twice in the entire game. Honestly, I wish there was like a little more strategy while you were in the Magitech Armor, because really you just half X as quick as possible. I was hitting circle. Ah. Why would they jump out of the Magitech Armor? Steal them shits. That'd be great. You could just steal the fucking Magitech Armor and bring it back somewhere and just have Magitech Armor for the rest of the game. Okay. Anyway. I think I'm going to call it an evening, y'all. Yes, you have a good one too, Tree Mosher. Thank you for watching. I'll be back on Monday with Zelda. I'm going to take down the Soul Temple. Then I'm going to take down the creator of Final Fantasy After Years. And then I'm going to play more Final Fantasy VI, the greatest game of all time. So until then, y'all, have a good one.